Hi everyone. I recently picked up this Harbor Freight 14.5-inch end cabinet, and in this video we'll try to make this into a welding cart for my new Lincoln Square Wave 200. Let's get started. I have most of my materials already cut up to length. I had some leftover 1.5-inch square tubing from another project, and we'll use that on this base for the cart. This is 0.125 wall. We have some 1/4-inch plate that we'll use. I have some 3/4-inch tubing that is 0.095 wall. Some casters I picked up at Harbor Freight. I've got a couple more I'll need to get for the front of the cart. We'll need to cut up a few more things later on, but we have enough to get us started. So let's get this squared up and tacked together. First, we'll bevel the edges where we need to make a weld. I used my Fireball tool, Monster Square, to keep the tubing at a perfect 90 and then clamping it down to the tabletop before I started tacking the corners of the tubing. I only have one of these Monster Squares, so I continually had to move it around to finish tack welding this base together. Each joint had one spot I couldn't quite reach to tack weld, so I had to flip the base over to finish all the tack welding. Now that the base is tacked together on both sides, we'll go ahead and weld these joints up. Since it's a welding cart, I'm going to smooth off the welds. Now that the base is done, we need to build a piece in the back to hold the gas bottle. We'll have two vertical pieces and then a cross piece up at the top. We'll also weld in this flat bar so we have a spot to bolt that Harbor Freight toolbox. On this backrest, which will be vertical, we'll end up welding a piece of 1/4-inch plate that will secure our bottle to. And at that point here where the plate comes up, we'll weld in a gusset. So I didn't 45 these joints on purpose. I wanted to butt weld that. Then I won't need to grind this 45 area where I'm going to weld my gusset in. Okay, the backrest is all squared up and clamped down tight to the table. I took our flat bar, 1/4-inch flat bar that will attach the toolbox to, I pre-drilled some 5/16 holes. This lower plate is in place, ready to be tacked in, and to get this upper one in, we'll have to remove this clamp after everything is welded, and then I'll be able to slide it up far enough so we can weld that in as well. Okay, our upper piece of 1/4" plate is in place and clamped down. Let's get it welded in. Alright, I just want to see how this fits up. It's looking good. Next we'll work on the 3/4" tubing that we'll weld on here. We'll come up and have another piece that comes across here that'll tie in here. And the piece that goes across here, we'll drill some holes in it evenly spaced, and I have some weld-in threaded nuts, and that way I'll be able to build some different style mounts if I want to hang my ground cable off of here or my torch. Whatever I want to hang off of here, we'll be able to do some different things. I found these on Amazon. They're a 1/4" thread. So this is our top rail, and we'll need to mark our locations where we're going to drill holes to weld these in. First we'll drill some small pilot holes with a 3/32 drill bit. Now we've switched to a 3/8" drill bit. I just want to test the fitment of one of those weld-in nuts before we move on. Next we have our top rail and our vertical piece that'll go in front. It's all squared up and clamped down. So now we're going to weld that corner up. Since this point where these two pieces of tubing meet will kind of be exposed and out in front of the welding cart, I wanted to make sure I put a nice rounded edge on it. Now we'll go to the Scotch-Brite. Now I need to duplicate this for the opposite side of the cart. Alright guys, that's it for part 1 of the welding cart video. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.